Hello, sports fans. This is Stephen Hill for Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering the top 10 NBA players going into next season. With the season right around the corner, you want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates each and every time we have NBA content coming out on this channel. Without further ado, let's get right into the action. Looking at the NBA season, as it's less than about 30 days away, you're looking at them about to jump start the season again. I wanted to touch bases and go over the top 10 players as of right now. A big part of this list is availability. And I will say this, if you haven't played basketball consistently in the last couple of months or years, that does affect your seeding in this top 10 bracket. While you may be a great player, or your past weeks have been great, or your past months have been great, it's about what you're going to be doing next year, trajectory. Coming in at number 10 on this list, I have Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is not only a physically gifted center, he has the hands, he has the feet, he has the offensive skill set and defensive prowess to be a top 5 player. Oftentimes he doesn't come into camp in shape, or the season he doesn't upkeep his shape, but you're looking at him being able to roll out the bed and give you 20 and 10, and that's on a bad night. You look at what he can do for the Philadelphia 76ers, and with Doc Rivers as a new head coach, you're looking at what possibly could be for this franchise moving forward. I'm excited to see what he brings to this year's season. Coming in at number 9, you're looking at Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. The point guard sensation can not only move the ball. You saw him improve on his three-point shooting a little bit in the bubble. You also saw his playmaking ability against the Clippers late in the season, and just how he's able to integrate his teammates into plays, how he's able to get them into the offensive flow of the game, how he's able to be a floor general, and how he can not only take it off the dribble, but he's learning how to shoot. So therefore, I think it's only going to get better for Luka in Dallas, and if they can get a couple of more pieces around Luka, watch out for a championship, because they could very well challenge Lakers or Clippers for a championship. Coming in at number 8, he hasn't played in a while. He's coming off of surgery. He's going to be in Brooklyn. Kevin Durant. Now, Kevin Durant very well may shoot up this list to number 1, 2, or 3 later in the season. But as of right now, the last time we saw KD in an NBA situation, he was being helped off the floor. One of the best shooters of all time. One of the best long players in general. KD can put the ball on the ground. He can shoot from anywhere. He can take you off the dribble. He can take you in the post. He can ISO you. He can do a little bit of everything. His offensive skill set is unmatched. You're looking at what he can do on the defensive side of the ball and help be a rim protector as well. He very well could be in the MVP conversation right away for Brooklyn. Being with Kyrie in Brooklyn and having so many different players around him that he can help get involved with assists, rebounding, and the defensive side of the ball, the sky's limits for this guy. He has to keep up with LeBron with his titles, so you know he's going to want to put as many points together as he can to catch up for the lost time, and he's going to want to bring a championship back to Brooklyn. That's why he's at number 8. Coming in at number 7, Nikola Jokic. Big guy, the Joker in Denver. You saw what he did in the bubble. You saw how he is a flat-out baller. The last couple of years in the playoffs, he's come up, put up or shut up. He showed up each and every time. The Nuggets fell a little bit short to eventual Laker champions, but you saw him give his best. You saw him give his all from the inside to the outside. He can shoot. He can do whatever he wants to do. You saw when they played the Clippers, and they upset the Clippers. He was a big part of that. Him being the center for the team, him and Jamal Murray can get it going, and it's 1-2 play action as far as him being the screen and roll guy and him being able to get his other guys involved for threes or two-point shots and being able to do all those things. He does well. So I think that's why he's coming in at this list at number 7, and he's only going to get better. If he can get a little bit of shape, I could see him moving up this list a little quicker. Coming in at number 6, the Claw, Kawhi Leonard. He gets a bad rap because he's not a leader. But you got to keep in mind, he's Mr. Do Your Job. I do my job, you do yours. He's not a vocal leader by any chance. But when it's time to ball, he's balling. Even though he's going to be load managing a little bit throughout the season, he's still a top 10 player. Look at what he does on the offensive side of the ball. Look at what he does when he's healthy on the defensive side of the ball. He can shut down a lot of people. We've seen him shut down Giannis in the playoffs. We've seen him shut down Joel Embiid. We've seen him go toe-to-toe with LeBron. He's one of those guys that's a two-way wing that's very lethal when he's hot. Coming in at number 5, you got Steph Curry, the babyface assassin. When he gets the ball, it's the heat ranges anywhere on the court. A lot of people don't realize last year when he broke his hand, he was out for basically the rest of the year. They was resting him. But when you're looking at what he can do and how he's able to put the ball behind the back, off the dribble, he can take it off a screen and roll. He can do it just dribbling up from 50 feet. He can hit it from literally anywhere on the court. That's what makes him so lethal. The greatest shooter we've ever seen in NBA history. And I think that that's just going to keep going into this season. Without Klay Thompson, he's going to have a green light to shoot even more. And we could see him creep back to that MVP type season where he needed to score all those points to help get Klay Thompson and company into the NBA Finals picture. Steph, the sky's the limit for this guy. He's still leading the Golden State Warriors. And I think with Kelly Oubre there, they're going to have a good chance to make not only the NBA playoffs, but possibly challenge the Lakers or Clippers for the finals. Coming in at number 4, James Harden. Even though he does not want to be in Houston anymore, you cannot deny how great he is. Possibly the greatest one-on-one player in the NBA's history. The ability to score from anywhere on the court, the ability to create fouls and get to the foul line as quickly as possible. His shooting arc, his shooting range, that step back, a little bit of everything. James Harden stutter step, he's doing a little bit of everything. That's why he's on this list. James Harden is an elite offensive player. Yes, he needs work on the defensive side of the ball, but he's pretty special offensively. And you can't really teach that, the moves he has, the kind of sudden steps he has. It's crazy. But James Harden is number 4 on this list, and he's going to have a great season, I believe, no matter if it's in Houston or wherever he plays. He's going to ball out. Coming in number 3, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak. When you look at what he's able to do year in and year out, you're looking just how special this kid is. He has to learn how to shoot. He has a lot of growing and developing to do as far as his offensive game. But physically, he's gifted on defense. You're looking at him being able to be the fastest guy on the court some nights, hustling up and down the courts, getting rebounds, blocks, steals. His help defense is some of the best help defense in the NBA. His ability to be wide range, take 2 or 3 dribbles and he's up the court, that scares the hell out of a lot of people. You look at Giannis, and if he's going to sign that contract or not, the Supermax extension, that remains to be seen. But for the time being, Milwaukee's best player is Giannis. He's coming. The East possible best player is Giannis. Seeing what he can do on any night, he can give you a triple-double. He can give you a quadruple-double if he wants to. He's that talented, and he's yet to scratch the surface of his offensive talent yet. That's the scary part. If he gets a 3-point shot, or if he gets a consistent 15 to 17-foot shot, NBA could be in trouble for the next couple of years. Coming in at number 2, Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis showed us in the playoffs he was ready this past year in the bubble. And you're seeing how he could have easily been the NBA Finals MVP. Seeing how he played well in the playoffs versus every single team in every single series. He left no stone unturned. He won his first NBA championship. And you're seeing just how special he was with LeBron. His ability to play inside, outside, being able to cover any literally point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, or center. He can do it all. Versatile. And he stepped up and he lost that title of not being able to win when he won the championship with the Lakers. That's kind of special. And you're going to see, I expect a second season, even if he doesn't come back to the Lakers. I know people are saying he's holding out, entertaining Chicago and stuff like that. I think he's going back to the Lakers. But no matter where he goes, he's going to have a great season. He balls out anywhere he goes, no matter if it's with the Pelicans or with the Los Angeles Lakers. He was the best person on those teams. And even when it comes down to it, he can put the ball on the ground. He can shoot. He can do a little bit of everything. Coming in at number 1, LeBron James. When his ability to not only play make from the point guard position, the shooting guard position, and even small forward. There's times where he had to slip down and guard power forwards. You remember him guarding Bam in the NBA Finals a couple of series. You're just looking at what's left. He's in his upper 30s. He's about to be 40 soon. But you're looking at how long will he be able to dominate in the NBA. Until these NBA players catch up to him, it's hard to say when. His floor vision, his IQ, his wits, his ability to not only read and develop plays, but to put his guys in the right position to make plays. His ability to get guys paid, that's what he's doing. Winning a championship, that was his 4th championship, 3rd on the 3rd different team. I mean, it's incredible what he's able to do. NBA players rave about what LeBron does. Just ask Rajon Rondo, ask Dwight Howard, ask Anthony Davis, ask all those guys. He brings them championships. In a shortened season due to what we went through as a whole world, he was able to put it together and help them win a title. It's kind of special. And I don't see him slowing down this season. I think he's going to continue that dominance for at least one more season. And I think they possibly could win another championship. And this is my top 10 players in the NBA going into this season. Leave your top 10 comments. Leave your top 10 list. Let me know what you think about my list. And definitely check us out each and every week on Sports Choice Plus on the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're checking us out. And I thank you so very much for definitely checking us out. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. And we'll see y'all after the holiday.